Hello, my name is Kyle Day, and my presentation is about my sculpture, and I titled it The Scribe. My inspiration for the sculpture dates back to the year 2575, 2134 BCE, which is known as the Old Kingdom in ancient Egypt. Their civilization is known for their sculptures, monuments, and most of all, the pyramids. These is my final sculpture picture, and this is one of the pictures I got inspiration from, with his left leg forward and his hands down by his feet. This is his wife that accompanies him. Um, I'm not sure of the name, but it is found in Giza, Egypt. Um, the sculpture I started is from a rectangular block of clay, which was 2.5 inches wide by 2.5 inches long by 5.5 inches wide. My my subject is a man standing on a base, similar to the sculptures that was presented in ancient Egypt. Um, his left leg is posed forward, as to their belief in that's symbolism of stepping forward into life. His body is shown with a flabby belly that shows a little more extra weight on the top half, and he also has a little weight on his head. Um, this is the block I started from, the block of clay. I just shaped it out with my wire. After I shaped it out with my wire, I started to work on it with this wire right here, which is a ceramic tool. That's how I basically shaped it out, and got the basic form of my sculpture. Um, after a few minutes, I let it dry in front of the heater to get it a little more harder and stuff, so I can actually use my better tools on it. I would continue to do that and keep removing clay, and then set it in front of the heater so it will dry a little bit more and get a little more harder, which they call leather hard stage in ceramics. That's more blocking out. This is more pictures of the back of my sculpture. It shows him being blocked out more and carved out more and added more detail to the kilt shown here. I also made his hands with his thumbs pointed forward, which is shown in the other sculptures that I have seen in Kleiner's book that we are reading. I found that adding this papyrus to the back of his kilt was an important plant to their everyday life, and I found it similar to how Native Americans believe in plants are important to their everyday life. So I added that papyrus plant on the back of his kilt, which they use for papers and moccasin or sandals and um, clothes and many other textiles and stuff that the fibers were good to use for. Um, most 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 of the sculptures that were made out of wood and clay and plaster were for the common people, and the wealthy and noble people usually carved their sculptures out of stone, which was known for uh, the kings and pharaohs. Um, this is a seated scribe man from his mastaba in Saqqara, Egypt, dated 2450, 2350. And this is kind of where I got my information, and made my guy a little flabby, and figured I would call him the scribe because he's not muscular and toned like some of the Egyptian pharaohs like to be looked at and seen, with no flaws in their body, and very toned looking with no fat.